The GameCube is my smallest collection video. Actually, technically the Wii. And a couple of handhelds, I guess. It's not not close to one of the smallest, but I only have 14 games for it. Don't really plan on getting any more for it. Unless I come across some in garage sales that I'm interested in. I'm not. There's plenty of games I could play for the thing, but I just don't. It's the original Xbox that, from that generation, that I'm really kind of expanding and interested in. But you would have seen these in the thumbnail. I see I don't even have enough of them to do like the picture I was doing with the other ones because they're bigger collections. But first one is Smuggler's Run 2, Hostile Territory. I believe this came out as War Zones on the GameCube. The first one, I believe, was only on the PS2. I don't know if the first one was a launch title or not. It was very early, though, on the PlayStations. Life Cycle. They're cool games at Rockstar. It's not. There's only was two of them. You work for an elite band of smugglers. This way, you're pretty much delivering contraband and stuff. You got to avoid people trying to take you out and stuff like that. Get a couple different vehicles and stuff. I've not completed this game. Apparently, there's a head-to-head split-screen multiplayer mode as well. But they were a little bit different, back then. This was not $12.99. I got this from eBay. It was actually pretty cheap. It was like $6 or something. I bet you the one on the Cube is like $50. Maybe not. You're getting the good disc rattle with the PS2 cases. Spy Hunter and Spy Hunter 2. These both came from the video game trading post. I can't remember when. $5. $8. I did a gameplay of this one, I'm pretty sure. This was a early title on the PS2, I believe, as well. This was 01. It wasn't at launch, but it probably came. Oh wait, no, sorry. The PS2 came out in 2000. Duh. I'm thinking the Cube and the Xbox came out in 01. It would have been close to launch for those systems, but this is a cool game. It's an updated version of the classic Spy Hunter. It plays well. It can be tough. Yeah, you turn into a motorcycle. You're in a boat as well in this one. It's Spy Hunter. You're blowing stuff up. Doing your objectives. Can't get taken out. They do have that one Nowhere to Run with The Rock. You remember that one? The Rock, I think, was just straight up supposed to make a Spy Hunter movie. And the game came out, and that movie never became anything. And the game kind of got forgotten as well. Because it was like in vehicles, but also on foot missions and stuff. Which I think people didn't care enough about. I think when you're playing Spy Hunter, you kind of just want to be in the vehicles. And here's the second one, which honestly I don't really have any experience with. It's a lot of the same though. You get some DVD extra features here, which is nice. They used to do that back then. This one has it too, I think. Yeah, Saliva did the Spy Hunter theme for this one. And then there's another Saliva video as well, behind the scenes and stuff. This one looks like you turned into like an off-road Spy Hunter vehicle. Looks like you have like a sled type thing as well. This one I do want to try. I think I played maybe a very little amount. Let's see what I bought this day. I always keep the receipts in here for these things. This was 9/1/2023. So not even 2 years. I got NCAA basketball for the Super Nintendo for $3. Super Baseball Simulator 1000 for $10. Mission Impossible on the original NES for $5. And this for 8. State of Emergency. No disc rattle in this. When I played this game originally, it was on the Xbox. It did come out first on the PS2. I don't think it came out at the same time on both of them. The second State of Emergency was exclusive to PS2, I'm pretty sure. When did this come out? 02? It might have came out maybe 6 months later on Xbox. The cool thing about the Xbox version was you could use custom soundtracks, which was awesome. So I remember playing the kind of arcade mode where you just run around getting points by blowing up stuff. And I'd have Helmet, Ministry, Faith No More, 311, just stuff like that playing in the background. It's pretty much like a riot simulator. A shadowy corporation has seized control of your country. The people have taken to the streets in protest. The state of emergency has been declared. Now it's time for you to fight for your freedom. I think you could play with 4 different characters. Let me see. You're going around, you're doing missions in the main campaign. There's just people running all over the place. You gotta do certain things, blow up certain things, or take out certain people, or whatever. It's another game a series that Rockstar, there was 2 made, and that was it. I mean, they were publishing in these, but... So I guess it was more Take-Two that, oh wait, what is this? I'm not gonna read this, but... I forgot about this. I might have mentioned this when I first got it. These might be codes. Yep. This came with all of the codes for State of Emergency. Infinite ammo, infinite time, invulnerability. Punches decapitate. Rocket launcher. Nice. It's a pretty fun game, though. It's different. I never played the second one. I think the second one might have differed a little bit from this one. I know it did not review as well as this one. Here it is, good old Stuntman. I tried doing a gameplay of this once, but it was... I'll try again at some point, but it was... I was playing it, and I was just not doing well. And I was getting pissed. And for some reason, the capture card, now it works through the TV. This one was not coming through the TV no matter what I did. I don't know why. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, this one is in the fat PS2. I've been using when I use the PS2 rarely these days. I use the slim one. This is still in the fat one. Probably from when I tried that gameplay. Stuntman is great, though. There's this one, Ignition, and I really like the one on the Game Boy Advance. I have that one, too. That is like this one, but a much smaller version. Less objectives in each level and stuff. You're a stuntman. You're in the movies, you get different vehicles, you're doing scenes, the director's yelling at you. Hit the boxes, 180 E-brake, Q action was your action button. You hit whatever button it is on the controller. A little explosion or something. You're doing a lot of 180s, 360s. You gotta get close to cars, bump certain cars, stuff like that. Hit the boxes. I did a video on my old channel years ago where I just jumped into a bunch of boxes and said hit the boxes. But it's cool. It's trial and error. I think there's maybe 5 movies. Does it say on here? 6. And this has DVD special features as well. This one was exclusive to the PS2. Like I said, there was a Game Boy Advance version, but in terms of consoles, this was exclusive. Ignition came out on the 360 and the PS3. I like Ignition a little more than this one. But this one's harder. But they're very trial and error, and all the movies are spoofs. Live Twice for Tomorrow. I think that's in Ignition, which is a spoof on Bond. There's a Batman one. There's a movie Snatch, like a Snatch type one, Indiana Jones. That's a Scarab of Lost Souls. But this game will piss you off like no other game. It's like the old Tony Hawks when you're on a time limit. You don't do what you want to do. You restart real quick. You're doing that a ton in this. When you start to screw up immediately in the scene, and the scenes aren't long. Maybe 3-4 minutes. Most of them don't go long. But you'll mess something up. You get a certain amount of strikes, and then it's over. You mess up. Nope, going back and doing it. And then once you start to get it down on your hit, it's extremely satisfying and rewarding when you get through a scene perfectly and stuff. It really is. But it's gonna piss you off. Really like no other. Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. This is the representative of the PS2 and the cover art ornament. It's an amazing cover, let's be honest. I mean, reality, it should probably win the whole thing, but that's what the votes are for. This game's really good. It's the best of the ones that came out during that era. It's Mystery Mayhem and Unmasked, which are fine, but you're playing as Scoob in this, so it's not like the ones on the Nintendo 64 or the Genesis or the Game Boy Advance. I mean, Game Boy Color. This is a platformer. You play as Scoob. You're jumping around getting Scooby snacks. You do meet with the rest of them: Shag, Velma, Daphne, and Fred. You're going through parts of like this. It starts in a mansion. You gotta collect the things to get the Scooby snacks, get to a different area, and then you're running into the villains from the game. The show. It's a fun platformer, though. It's actually it is really good. It works well using the dog the whole time. But it's fun. If you're into the show, you're gonna like it. Even if you're not, it's a fun platformer. And this was the first one they put out during that time. When did this come out? 02? 03? 02. And then, like I said, the other two weren't as good. They're not bad either, but they're not bad or anything. But this one is actually, it's kind of the best by far. Phantom Rave, I've not played this one. I got this off eBay. It was before we left to come here, so, but it wasn't that much. It was probably, I maybe got it in March or April of 24. I got it because it is a turn-based strategy game, and I like it. I just haven't played it. If anyone's played this one, let me know how it is. This is a series. There are more Phantom Brave games. Mission Impossible Operation Surma. I don't think I've played this one yet. I got it because it was $5, and I'm into Mission Impossible stuff, but it looks like you're doing Mission Impossible type things. I mean, maybe I played some of this, but I just can't remember. Two Lord of the Rings games. If you like the disc rattle, you're really gonna like this video. The PS2 does the disc rattle better than any other system. Start with this one, the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings Two Towers. This and Return of the King, I'll show you that in a second. They're cool. They're hack and slash games. In the Lord of the Rings universe, they're after the movies and books. Now this one you could play as Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. You're going around playing scenes from this one starts with the end. Well, I think you do it. No, is that the Lego games? I'm trying to think if you do the Mountain Doom level in the beginning of this. You know, the flashback. And then it goes to the end of the Fellowship of the Ring. The movies, at least in the book. When Boromir dies, he dies in the beginning of the Two Towers, I believe. I just did it a little quicker in play that level, then it goes into the two towers. You just run around different levels, taking people out, getting experience, you can unlock new moves and stuff. Looks nice, has the soundtrack from the movies, which is great. Yeah, it does have scenes from the movie, I was going to say. And exclusive interviews with stars of the film. If you're into the movies and the source material, you're going to love it. And it's just, you know what, it's a good hack and slash game in general. EA did really good with these. I don't know who developed it. Stormfront Studios, they are not around anymore, I'm pretty sure, but they've done other stuff, I believe. That was well liked. And here's a Return of the King, which I got a long while ago for a buck at a garage sale. This one doesn't have a manual, and the disc it does work, but the disc is brutalized, if you can see it. Maybe you can. Same as the other one, except you're using like 6 different characters. You can use Gandalf, you can use Frodo, I think Sam as well. It might tell you 9 of them you can play as. So. And you can take branching things and do what, the characters in the movies and books doing. So, it's got more gameplay than that, well, lengthy gameplay than the Two Towers. Looks a little bit better, same thing though, you're getting interviews with the cast and stuff. It's got the soundtrack. Same thing though, you're leveling up and stuff, getting different moves. They're really good games, like, they made a Fellowship of the Ring one too, which I rented and played a bunch of. It wasn't terrible, but it's not like these two. At all. And they made a Hobbit game as well, which I have on the Xbox. Here it is. Final Fantasy X-2, the sequel to 10. I've talked about this game a million times. You would have seen it in some videos I was showing. I still have my pre-order poster from back in, when did this come out? 03? Or was this even 02? Of course, there's a sticker on it. Let me look at the disc. But it was 03. 10 was 01. I remember I was excited for it. I pre-ordered it, got the poster, which was cool. It was always cool getting a pre-order bonus. I love this game. I have a soft spot in my heart for this game. Obviously got Riku, Yuna, and Pain. Pain was new for this one. They are now sphere hunters. Different tone in this one than 10. You only use the 3 of them. This has the garment system where you can change your outfits and upgrade, like level up the outfit so you get different moves or whatever, different abilities. But you can switch mid-fight, like Yuna uses her guns in this one, so it's different. She's not doing her summoning and stuff. This one, she's pop star, pulling out her guns. But you can dress up as Yuna, the thief, and then you can do her moves and vice versa. You can do Pain's move. There's other things you can do as well. I forget these people's names right here. They're kind of not the main enemies, but they're like the kind of comic relief type enemies. LeBlanc, I think her name is LeBlanc, the woman. I don't know what you guys' names are. This is cool because you'll get like, oh, we found there's a sphere here, right? Because you saw a sphere and then the person looks like Tidus. You got to do specific things to get the ending. Spoilers, where he reappears from the depths of the water where he comes from. So that's how story's going, and there's other things happening. But you're on the ship and you're going, and you can go boom. You can travel wherever you want, but there's certain things that can progress the story and stuff. I just love this game, honestly. It still has the glass shattering, good music and stuff. We get into a battle. Psh. That's 10 though. Jobs, that's what they call them, jobs. Those are garment thing. I love this game. It was funny, I got shit back then. It was not as well received as 10, and that's understandable, obviously. 10 is a lot of people's favorites. 10 is probably realistically a top 5 Final Fantasy across all of them, which there's a ton. But it's good in its own right. So he took kind of a chance too, made it a bit different and stuff. And, 12. This was also this copy. This is not my original copy. This one came from a garage sale for like $1. is another one. I got that's a garage sale, 2017 for $5. It's a pristine copy. And I didn't care paying $5 because I was like, you know what, this is not an expensive game. And it, like 10, 2, and 10, it has its remaster now, which I have on the Xbox One. But I was like, I want to play this one. I did put about 9 hours into this, and I was enjoying it. I just moved on to something else, and then I ended up getting the Zodiac Age one, the remaster, and I kind of want to play that one at some point. But these are the characters from it here. This has a different battle system. I don't know if this is actually the start of that more free-flowing battle system or not. I don't know. I have not played plenty of Final Fantasies, but I think it might have been the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not counting like I would assume actually maybe actually I don't know. I never played the online one, Final Fantasy XI. Did that one have to stand traditional turn-based, or was it more running around Battlestar? It was fun enough when I played of it. Like I said, I put 9 hours in, going to different worlds and stuff, doing things, different worlds, different areas. I'll save the other one for last, and I will go to. This was going backwards in alphabetical order. 24 the game. I picked it up once again because it was $5. Is the receipt in this one or no? It is not. Fun fact, I'm not a fan of this show. I don't hate this show. I've seen some episodes, but a few of my friends loved it. Cool concept when they made it. Each episode's like an hour in the thing. But you are playing as Jack Bauer here. There's the President Palmer. So I don't know what seasons this is supposed to be in between. Between 2 and 3. Yeah, I think, they all do the voices as well, which is cool. I've not played this one. I got it because it looked kind of interesting, and I don't know, it's $5. I know a lot of spoilers from this, though, because, like I said, my friend watched it. I'm like, tell me what happened, because I don't care. But yeah, I have not played it. And lastly, it's a little harsh. Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. I talked about this one. I got this is the end of 2020. $50 a new on Amazon. And they had, I think they had the first and the second. One of them was like 45, the other was 50. I was going to get the second one, I didn't. Forgot about it, looked again in like 6 months later, and all of a sudden, the survival horror games exploded. So this one will sell for like 80 or 90 used now. I love Fatal Frame games, they're creepy to me. Some people there are not. Survival horror is like that. I don't get creeped out by Dead Space, but I love the game. Some people do. Some people don't get creeped out by Silent Hill. I get creeped out by it. All depends on what you feel, right? What's creepy to you? The Fatal Frames, you're using the camera obscura to take out the ghosts. You get the Fatal Frame is when you line it up perfectly and the things go up. You get the Fatal Frame. You're damaging the ghosts with them. You get different film in this, better film, more damage. It's cool. Cool combat system. This one, the girl from the first one is back in this one. I forget her name. But the beginning starts like you're in a dream. The world, but you wake up, you're like, oh my god. She's like the other girl from the first one's like an assistant or something. I forget. But these games are creepy. It's multiple play cards. I've not beat this one. No, I definitely didn't. These games are creepy to me, the Fatal Frames, especially the first three. But Maiden of Blackwater was too. I need to get that other one when it goes on sale again on PlayStation. I need to pick that one up. The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, I think it is. Because that was a Wii exclusive, but only in Japan, and now they've since released it downloadable. You might be able to find copies of it with that are in English as well, or have English in them, where you could use, you switch it to English, but they're probably like $100. Because I think it sells for $50. Maiden of Blackwater was a Wii U exclusive, but that's also on everything now. That's what I have it on the Wii U. I think I might have did a gameplay of it on this channel. No, it wasn't this channel. It might have been my own. These games are creepy to me. I love them. The ghosts and stuff, and they're acting all weird and shit. But yeah. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to get any more PlayStation 2 games unless I find them at garage sales for cheap, and there's stuff that I'm interested in playing. Other than that, I don't think I will. Because if I got Fatal Frame and Fatal Frame 2, if I was willing to pony up, they're cheaper on the original Xbox, but I was willing to pony up for those like $80-$90, I would get them on the Xbox. Because that's where I played those. Well, the first one I rented for the PS2. PS2, and I was like, this is awesome. And then it later came out on the Xbox, played it there. The director's cut, I think it was. And then Crimson Butterfly is the second one. I think I played some of that on the PS2 and then ended up getting it later on the Xbox. That was my system of choice back then, the original Xbox. But anyway, PS2 collection, and thanks for checking this out.